Which microfiber towels are actually needed to do a proper detail job of your car? Well, in a world where we have thousands and thousands of different microfiber towels from dozens and dozens of companies, well, it's quite confusing, and what I've decided to do is share with you 7 categories that are the most often used, and as you can see behind me, I narrowed it down to the most important ones that I use the most often when detailing cars inside and out, so I'm going to share that with you, along with some tips on how to properly care for your microfiber towels. So, super fun episode, you know the drill. Without further ado, stay tuned. Let's go ahead and start the show. So hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. I'm Pan. I hope you guys are having a great day. So let's dig right into it. Before we go ahead and do so, I want to remind you that any products that I'll be presenting today, I'll drop the links to those in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And also, if you want to learn everything there is to know about car detailing, all the products, equipment, tips, tricks, and techniques, make sure you hit that subscribe button that's found under this video. And that way you'll subscribe to my channel and never miss my future videos. Also, quick disclaimer, this is not a paid review, so this is simply my opinion, and I'm sharing with you, basically the microfiber towels that I most often use. So let's start immediately with the first category. And before I get to that, well, which microfiber brands do I use the most? Well, it's going to be 3 right now. So my favorite ones are the Rag Company, then we have Autofiber, and we also have Microfiber Madness. So depending on where you are in the world, some might be accessible, some might not be. So just keep in mind that you have access to different types of brands and companies that produce some great quality stuff. And by the way, I'm curious to always have your thoughts and opinions. So let me know, which towel brands do you prefer and what are your best selections in those brands? Let us know. Drop a comment in the comment section under this video. So the first towel I'll be talking about today is the Rag Company Edgeless 300. So I'll be showing you each towel so you can see a bit what they look like. So you can see the weave, the texture, and what it actually looks like. So this one here is a general purpose towel. I use this mainly for polish and sealant removal, for some interior cleaning duties. This is what I call the sweet spot of the GSM, or how thick the pile is. Because when you're talking about microfibers, a lot of things can be confusing. So the thickness of the pile, how it's cut, does it have an edge? Or in this case, this is an edgeless. So they're often laser cut. Let me try and show you this here if the camera can focus. So as you can tell, there is no edge. And then what kind of blend you have. So they're usually, the good towels, they're always a blend of polyester and polyamide. So the polyester gives the towels its structure and its strength, and the polyamide gives it its softness or plushness and also absorbency. So you're going to see numbers like 80-20, so that's 80% polyester, 20% polyamide, or 70-30, 70% polyester, 30% polyamide. So the majority of the good towels do have those 80-20 or 70-30 blends. Also, there's going to be different types of weave. So like in this case, if we close up here, if I give you a close up, this is what we call a terry weave. So it's still a microfiber towel. These are microfibers, but it's a terry weave. So it's a general purpose towel. The Edgeless 300 is a 70-30 blend. The majority of the, well, pretty much all of the towels from the Rag Company are made either in South Korea or China. So regardless of which countries, they are both 2 of the highest quality yarns that you can get, especially if you're dealing with reputable microfiber brands like Microfiber Madness, the Rag Company, and Autofiber once again. Those are the 3 brands that I currently use, but feel free to share which ones you guys use. They're available in different colors as well. So that was a yellow one. You can also get a blue one. So we call this kind of the Goldilocks because at 300 GSM, that's why they call it the Edgeless 300, it's not too thick and not too thin. So it just has that perfect thickness, and well, basically for general purpose use, once again, for interior cleaning, to remove polishes and sealants and stuff like that, it is actually quite perfect. So for any general purpose use, you want to have a lot of these in hand. Next, we move on to a flagship over at the Rag Company, and this is their Eagle Edgeless towel. So once again, edgeless because they have no edge or no border. And if you look closely, this is as plush and as nice as it gets. So to buff waxes off, to apply any detailing sprays or spray-on protectants, for use as well with rinseless washes. They have 3 different versions. So the Eagle 350s for 350 GSM, like this one. If you like your towels even thicker and plusher, they have the Eagles edgeless 500 and 600, like these ones. So again, many different colors available. You have the red, white, and blue, like the American flag, because this is an American company, family owned, by the way. Some great people over at the Rag Company. I visited their headquarters, and it's a mom and pop shop. And I mean, even the kids work for the family. And of course, Levi Gates and Anthony Fisher, 2 resident detailers that are there. They have a YouTube channel as well. So shout out to all of them. Some great people who know their microfiber stuff. So depending on the thickness or plushness that you want, as you can tell, hopefully on camera, the 350, so the purple one up top, is a bit thinner because it's 350 GSM compared to the 500s, which are much plusher. So these ones, if you have a high-end paste wax or a finishing product like a last step protectant, a drying aid or stuff like that, you want to apply spray protection, these are perfect because they're as plush as it gets, so they will not scratch or damage your paint. And these, by the way, not only do they look great and feel great, but they're a 70-30 blend and they're circular knit. So that's the way the knitting is, or the weave. Then we would move on to the next towels, which are 2 glass towels. So it is important to have dedicated glass towels if you don't want any streaking. So 2 very popular ones that I like, once again, from the Rag Company. This is their waffle weave glass towel. They sometimes change designs, so you can check the links again in the description for their most up-to-date ones. But basically, as you can tell, hopefully on camera, they have a waffle weave, so you see those pockets. This is an 80-20 blend, 370 GSM. And I prefer the waffle weaves to pick up your glass cleaner, of course, and to leave a streak-free finish. It's important to have dedicated tools for the jobs. It makes it a lot better in the results. So for people who say, listen, I have a good glass cleaner, but I'm still getting streaking issues, why is that? Usually it's the microfiber towels. Also, they have another glass towel if you prefer that. This is their diamond weave one. So again, from the Rag Company, diamond weave. They make them in different colors. 280 GSM. This one here is made to reduce dry drag, so it glides a lot better than traditional microfiber towels on glass, and it's made in a way to stop the towel from bunching up, right? Sometimes when you're cleaning glass, all that friction bunches the towel up, well, this type of weave, the diamond weave, reduces that dry drag, and it's perfect. So typically, I like to have 2 towels, one for the initial wipe and one for the pickup. So I will use, typically for the initial wipe, you spray a lot of product and you use the first glass towel, which can be the diamond weave. And then you do the second wipe with a clean and dry glass towel, like this one here, the waffle weave. So these are 2 fantastic towels for use on glass. The diamond weave one, by the way, this is 280 GSM. So it's a bit thinner than this one, but they're still both thin because obviously you don't want them to absorb much. These are glass cleaning towels. By the way, I did a series of 6 episodes on how to demystify everything about microfiber towels. So I sat down with Levi Gates, an expert over at the Rag Company, and we basically taught my viewers everything about microfibers. So blends, weaves, what they're made out of, which uses to make, which kits would be good for you guys to have, maintenance and care and all that kind of stuff. It was a fantastic series. So I'll drop the link to those episodes in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. If you want to become microfiber experts, well, go ahead, you'll learn a lot of stuff. Next, a microfiber drying towel. So gone are the days of the chamois. You don't want to use that on paint. That's an old technology that can scratch and mar the finish, because the majority of the scratches on people's paintwork usually comes from washing or drying stages. So it is important to use a microfiber towel, or if you have a car dryer, that's even better, or a leaf blower, because it's a contactless way. But a lot of people have towels, so you want to get a quality microfiber towel. And this one here won first place in the battle I had about finding the best microfiber drying towels. And this one here is called the Gauntlet from the Rag Company. It's a 70-30 blend, 900 GSM with a microfiber suede edge, so it will not damage the paint. And also this is a twisted loop type microfiber drying towel. So twisted loops are the most absorbent type of microfibers. So that's why they're fantastic for use in a drying towel on vehicles. You can get them in different sizes. So this one here, if memory serves me well, is the 20 by 30. So perfect to do an entire vehicle. There are even bigger ones if you guys prefer the bigger towels. So not only is it soft on the paint, but the way the design is made, if we can focus here, all these pockets, it's a hybrid design and it's perfect to pick up all that water without leaving any streaking. And I have another smaller one that I like to use. So it's dual-sided, one dark and one light side. To my knowledge, both sides are the same as far as texture goes. But basically the smaller one I like to use for wheels. So it's fantastic to dry wheels by hand. So these are two awesome high quality drying towels, but they are available again in many different sizes. So the next microfiber towel that we have is called the Creature. So again, this is from the Rag Company. It's called the Creature Edgeless because it has no edge. Available in many colors, including this bright green and royal blue. Dual pile weave, so 420 GSM, 70-30 kind of terry weave. And we call it dual pile. Why? Because on one side, there's this thicker side that you can see on camera. And if I flip it around, you're gonna see, so the same towel has a shorter nap side. So it's good for quick detailers, application of spray protectants, for use with waterless washes as well. So it is very soft. You have access to both sides. So you can use one for the application, the shorter side, and then you flip to the clean and dry, fluffier side if you want to just buff off to a streak-free finish. So this is another very versatile towel. So once again, the Creature Edgeless by the Rag Company. Next, we move on to some towels that I love to use for leveling ceramic coatings. So a lot of people have the tendency to say that you're buffing off ceramic coatings. You're not really buffing. What you're doing is you're leveling. So once you've applied the ceramic coating, when it starts flashing, you want to start leveling it so you're not getting any high spots or dark spots, because once those cure, it's a mess to remove, and often the only solution is to use a machine polishing step to knock that down, and then you have to reapply a bit of that coating. So to be sure that you don't get that, you want to use quality towels that are made to level, so they're not super absorbent, hence why they are 80-20 blends, so they're not 70-30 but 80-20. And these are the Rag Company, and these are their edgeless pearl towels, again in different colors. This is purple, they have them in green, they have them in gray. 320 GSM. This is again a pearl weave, so let's get closer here. Hopefully you can see a close-up of this. So they're like little pearls. So it is very easy to glide. They're super, super thin. You don't want super thick and plush towels when you're leveling a coating, because they're gonna be too grabby, they're gonna bunch up, and they're just gonna spread the product all over the place and help create high spots instead of removing them. So these shorter nap towels, what they do is they help level and have an even distribution of the product, so you do not get any high spots. So that was their purple one. As I said, they have many different colors. Here is a gray one. And by the way, when you're done using your towels to level and buff off ceramic coatings, you want to throw them away afterwards, because you don't want any glass shards to form in there. So especially for the ceramic coatings in glass bottles. For spray versions, that's typically no issue. You can wash the towels immediately after use and reuse them. But for full-blown ceramic coatings or graphene coatings that are in glass vials, you want to discard your towels, or at the very minimum, if you don't want to throw them away, downgrade them to stuff like engine bay or very dirty cleaning, but not on your paintwork. Trust me on this one. And there's also leveling towels for ceramic coatings by another company that I like. So this is Autofiber, and this here, let me put that correctly, is called their Quadrant towel. Why? Because on each side, you can see the numbers there that are on the screen to help you identify which side you're on. They're numbered. So if you flip that around, if you fold that in eighths, well, you get 8 clean sides, and the numbers help you identify which number you're at. So when you fold it properly, and there you go, you have a little number 1 here on that edge. So you're going to start leveling, and then you would flip to side number 2, and so on and so forth. So you always remember which side you're on. I thought that was very innovative by Autofiber to come up with that. I'm pretty sure they were the first one to come up with numbered towels like this. So the Quadrant towel by Autofiber, these are 390 GSM, a 70-30 blend. And they have different colors for these ones too. So I think they have that purple, they have this bright green, they also have gray, as you can see here. So I think the owner is called Ian over at Autofiber, so great job on a lot of his products as well. They have a lot of cool interior microfiber stuff, which we'll cover in other videos. So those are the 7 categories, guys. So that's for me the essentials that I have in my arsenal. Of course, I also have hundreds and hundreds of towels. Some are specific to some specific tasks. But in general, if you're equipped with either one of all these towels that I showed here today, I think you're gonna have an arsenal that is pretty awesome and well, a bit simpler to have than thousands of towels. So if you want something to start off, you should be good with these products here. Now, let's go on to maintenance, because maintenance of your towels is super important. I've had these towels now for a few years, and if you take care of them properly, they're always gonna last for a super long time before you have to throw them away. So the first tip that I have is to always wash your microfiber towels before the first use. That is absolutely key for them to perform. Next, for detergents, I like to use microfiber specific detergents, and my favorite one that I discovered in the past year, because it is a fairly new product to the market, is the PNS Rags to Riches that PNS co-developed with the rag company. So this for me is as good as it gets. There's a bunch of very, very good ones out there as well, but for me, this is the one that works the most. So no need to add vinegar in either the cycle where you're gonna add your fabric softener or that kind of stuff in the bleach ports or the fabric softener ports, because by the way, do not use fabric softeners when washing microfiber towels, but no need for vinegar anymore. I mean, this does it all. It's gonna rejuvenate your towels, make them feel fresh again. If they're super caked and dirty, you can pre-soak them. So for 24 hours in lukewarm water with a few ounces of this in the bucket, let them soak overnight, and then the next day you wash them. It comes with this cool measuring tip here up top, so you can measure the quantity, and just 1 to 2 ounces per load is pretty much all you need. And yeah, it has that integrated measuring thing. I mean, this brings your towels to that new-like state. And yeah, to this date, this is my favorite current detergent. And if you're to use your own detergents, well, make sure you use something like All Free or Tide Free and Clear or that kind of stuff. Basically, no dyes, no fragrances, no fabric softeners, and no bleaches. So use a detergent that is free of all of that. You want something as pure as possible. In the wash cycle, you typically will use cold water or lukewarm water. Try to avoid the hottest settings because heat is the enemy of microfibers. And don't forget, polyester and polyamide are forms of plastic. And if you use too high heat, you can melt those, especially in the drying phase. And this leads me to the drying stage. So of course you can use a dryer. I find it makes them more plush, but always use low heat or no heat. So the least possible heat, either tumble dry or air fluff or air dry, depending on which dryer you have. Those are the kinds of settings, or the lowest possible heat. If you introduce too much heat, you're gonna burn the fibers, and microfibers are like fingers, right? They like to pick up the dirt. If you overheat them and you burn them, those fibers will curl up, and essentially, well, they can't pick up anything anymore, and they're useless. They're gonna be good for the garbage. So a lot of people who tell me that, well, my microfiber doesn't seem to be good enough. Usually the first culprit is how you wash them or dried them, especially if you used high heat. That is terrible. You killed your towels. Once again, they're made out of plastic, right? Polyester, polyamide. So you wanna use proper settings, which means the lowest amount of heat possible. A lot of people like to air dry them. That's perfect. However, when they air dry, they have a tendency to feel a bit too scrunchy at the end. So if you like that plush feeling, pop them at least in the dryer for a few minutes. Again, lowest possible heat, and that'll fluff them up properly. And again, use a quality detergent, and always wash your microfiber towels separately from any other fabric that you have out there. Don't put these microfiber towels with the rest of your laundry, because what they do, well, they're good at their job. They like to pick up stuff like lint. So do not mix them with other fabrics. Always wash microfiber towels separately from any other fabrics. And you can also split your towels. If you have ones that you use for polishes and compounds, set those aside, because polishes and compounds are abrasive. So maybe wash them separately from the rest of your microfiber towels. And the same goes if you have super caked and dirty towels, like you're gonna use on wheels, on tires, or on engine bays, very greasy stuff. Try and avoid washing them with the rest of your microfiber towels, for example, that you'd use on paintwork or that you'd use for interiors. So if you follow all those tips, you should have fresh microfiber towels that will last a long time. I hope you enjoyed these tips, by the way. If you enjoy these videos, you got to show me your support. Smash that thumbs up button. That really helps the channel a lot. Also, all the links to the products that I talked about today, I'll drop them in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. And also, what microfiber towel brands do you prefer? I'm curious and I want to know your thoughts. And what are the best towels that you found in those brands? Give me some specific models. I always like to discover new companies as well. Drop a comment in the comment section under the video. And if you've used any of these towels away, well, let me know what your opinion is. So guys, thanks for being there. Thanks for watching. And in the meantime, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.